Alright, so I haven't necessarily done this on a video before, so I don't know how well this is going to be. But go into here for the drums, and you can just select a kit. We'll go with that one, why not? Put it in the MIDI clip right here. Now, the cool thing about this program when you get it, is you activate it. If you look over here, I'll zoom right in. There it shows a little keyboard. Sorry about the headphones. That's the only way you can hear what I hear, so I don't piss everybody off in the house. Select that little keyboard thing, and when you activate this little red button right here for that track, now what should happen I'm sorry, hold on. I don't remember how to do this because I got the MIDI controller now. Control, maybe X? Gotta stop that. Z. No. Oh, it is Z. There it is. And this is how I used to make beats before I got my MIDI controller. What I do is I come over here and I'll set my metronome, hit play. I want it slower. See how we're selected here. When I hit this little red button, or this little button, it'll turn red and I'll start recording on the 4th bar. So now it's in a loop, and if it's a little off center, come over here, quantize. Now it's on beat, and say I want to do hi-hats. I do all my stuff on separate tracks. All I did is I duplicated this to this. Now I'm going to delete this one because it's the same as this, but it's the same drum selection. Hit the record button down here on this track, and oh, this McAfee thing is driving me nuts here. Over in that corner, if it doesn't pop up here, down in this corner, you just click on that and I'll bring all that back up so you can see. Okay, and then you just find what key does what. And hit record again. And even if it's off beat, all you gotta do, like I said, is like, first let me bring this back to a 2-bar loop. it's a little bit of a learning curve, but once you get fluid with it, it's like super easy. It's sort of like the same route you were telling me about Premiere Pro. And if I can learn Premiere Pro, you can learn this. And like, hear how it sounds like it's way off kilter. What Quantize does is it brings it back to the closest line. These little lines here, that's your timing. So I go here, highlight everything, and quantize. Now we got a nice swing beat. Duplicate it again. Delete that. Activate this track. Click that little corner thing so it brings it back up. And find the next sound you want. Yeah, that sounds like it'll work good. So and now deactivate that. Open it all up. And that's 5 bars. I want to bring it back to down. 4 bars. That way it's 2, 4, 6, 8 is the easiest way to do it. And that's it. And if you're like in this little section right here and you want a harder kick or a faster kick, you just, what I do is I'll click this, obviously because it brings it back up, and I'll just double it down. Oops, that was off beat, so that one's gonna be off beat too. The hardest part is figuring everything out. Now we can shut the metronome off because we obviously got a beat. And then we can go to something else. I'll go to an extension. We'll go to output. Arcade. This doesn't come with it. This is something I pay for separately. But what it is it's all the stuff that you can use. It's all activated by your keyboard. It's different sounds and samples and stuff like that. So, and it all segments off to the beat. Like, some of my favorite stuff to use is the Nightmare stuff, obviously. We'll preview this. So we'll get that kit. We'll just see if we can make something out of this kit. For some reason I lost my sound altogether now on that. Okay, C, D. There we go, we got it back. The Z and the X that I keep hitting right here, if you look at the bottom, it says C to D2, C1 to D2. That's the keys on the keyboard. it's set up like a keyboard, and you just got to line it up with everything here. So you can do everything that I do with just a keyboard. I just bought the MIDI pad and the big 88 key keyboard to make it easier. Like that sounds ill. So what I'm going to do is let the loop come back around. And these are loops, like all the way through. See how it's kind of going around? That means it's got a 4-bar loop to it. So if you hold it, it'll do a full build. Let off of it, stop my recording. Up top there, the little red triangle. I'm sure you haven't seen that yet. Little red triangle where I started recording. That stops the recording process when you hit it. Don't close out of this. If you get this, don't close out of it. And the whole key selection is 8 bars. So I'll bring that down to 8. And when I bring this down to 8, now it'll loop. And if you need to reset everything, just hit stop, and play or the space bar. And we are building a beat. But that thing she was playing with on her phone is the exact same thing as that. Only you can program all the same sounds into that, just like I'm doing with the keyboard here. Or you can use this as one of those, or this as one of those, or this as both of those. Like, the only reason they're separate things is for just making it easier. A drum pad makes drumming easier, and a keyboard makes key easier. But everything can be operated from this. So if you were to set it up and she wanted to play with it, like she was doing with your phone, you could literally, I could tell you how to lock the keys, and only certain keys would work, and she can play and make beats and stuff like that. I know that was a long way around, but I did not think about setting this all up before. Oh, I forgot. I ended at 7 bars. I wanted to end at 8 bars. That's why it sounded so funky. There, now it should be in sequence. And you can add as many layers. Well, when you get yours, the free tutorial is only going to have 8 tracks here. So if you want to put vocals on it, you have to leave a track open or whatever. But if you wind up actually buying a full program, you have unlimited tracks, or 16 tracks depending upon what you want to pay for it. It's a lot of fun. But like I said, if I can learn Premiere, you can learn this. Still have fun. You popped up in the middle of me doing that, so I'm trying to get to the stop button now. Your face was on it.